All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Has Been Hangout podcast. I'm joined this week with Colten. Glad to have you back, buddy. We tried this. We tried this last week. Just didn't quite work out. We had some technical issues, but that's what actually led to the solo show. Um, but we're gonna get into it. We got some things to discuss. We're gonna take a look back at the draft here. I got some baseball news that I want to share, and obviously, of course, we're gonna have the answer to the situation of the week, and I appreciate everybody who again participated in that. Um, really, just on TikTok, that's all anybody's participated on. So all you on TikTok, appreciate it. But yeah, let's get into it, man. So for baseball lost another great this week, and Bobby Cox, the longtime manager of the Atlanta Braves. Um, it's another sad passing, and our thoughts and prayers are with his family. And um, I got to watch a lot of Braves baseball growing up too. I was a Chipper Jones fan as well, and so watched a lot of Bobby Cox getting tossed, a lot of arguing. Great manager all around, one of the best to ever do it, and just sad to see him pass. So again, our thoughts and prayers are with his family, and still with the Sterling family as they're dealing with the losses. And but moving on from that, um, Yankees lost again today to the Brewers in a walk off. They lost 4-3. Yankees fell in the standings to second place in the AL East. Not surprised by this. The Brewers are a good team. I mean, they're sitting at 22-16. Not a bad team, but the Braves in the NL are the best team in baseball right now. They are absolutely, they're still as hot as can be. They're sitting at 28-13. I mean, they have a 9-game lead in their division right now. So they are hot. But the Cubs are right behind them at 27-14. Um, so the two hottest teams in baseball right now. And you know what's crazy is the Dodgers are not in first place, Colton. The Dodgers are not in first place. The San Diego Padres are for now. So we'll see how that continues to play out. They're tied right now for the lead. But like I said in the last show, y'all watch out for the NL Central. There's some hot teams. Every team is over 500. The Pirates are sitting in fourth currently at 22-19, tied with the Reds. And they, I believe, are the first team out in the NL wild card. So Pirates are looking really strong. St. Louis isn't looking bad. But the NL Central in general, I think, is the toughest division in baseball right now. Mets still suck. They're still looking terrible. Philadelphia looks like they might be turning it around after firing their manager and Donnie Baseball. Don Mattingly took over the managerial job for the rest of the year. So we'll see if he can turn this club around and get them into the playoffs. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the baseball news right now. And we'll move into football. We'll take a look back at the draft and see what's going on here. Some surprises, some not so surprises, like Fernando Mendoza going over number one overall. I think everybody saw that coming. I mean, we've been calling it since what, early January. I mean, even before the show started, we were saying Mendoza goes number one. Um, but as far as like this draft goes, what's kind of standing out to you?
Man, I was interested to see that. I've got the information pulled up right here, and I wanted to take a look at some stuff. Only in quarterback, running back, and receiver, only one SEC player got picked in the top five, um,
Yeah.
which was wild to me. Um, and that being David Bailey from I'm sorry, one two he's from Texas Tech. One, two, three, four, five. You had to go sixth overall before you see a SEC team.
Mm-hmm.
Everything else is Big 12 or Big 10. So that's a little unusual. Um, one thing I do want to talk about, and just to kind of get it out there, we've got a quarterback room in Cleveland, and I'm talking a stacked quarterback room of young talent, and I'm not too sure how they handle it.
Yeah,
They
I mean,
draft.
it's kind of
They sorry, go ahead.
no. We were just like, I mean, we were talking before the show, and
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what are they gonna do with all that? Because, like you said, I mean, it's a room full of potential, but I mean, who?
Minus Massage Watson, of course. You got three potentials
Yeah,
in one.
right.
Yeah.
But I mean, you still have,
Mm-hmm.
Shador
Mm-hmm.
Sanders. You have Dylan Gabriel, um, and
Taylor
and
Green.
uh, Taylon Green. So
Mm-hmm.
so what? Yeah, what is Cleveland gonna do with all that? I mean,
But I don't know. I mean, I understand having a backup plan, but now you've got $260 million guaranteed, and then the rest of your quarterback room. Um, so buddy, I don't know.
that's
Um,
what I mean. Do we get rid of Watson? I
I don't know. I don't know how it's all going to go. I do think it's a cool year. Sonny Styles gets drafted. Um, of course, Caleb Downs, arguably the best player in the draft, falls to 11. Crazy thing to do. Caleb Downs' brother is a receiver. So I'm interested to see whenever that matchup happens.
yeah.
Really, really,
Who's he play for?
Caleb Downs, the Cowboys.
Well, no, his brother.
Josh Towns,
Hmm.
he plays for the Colts.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, that's yeah, that'll be a good one.
yeah.
Um, I mean, like Jeremiah Love going third overall to the
Hmm?
Cardinals. Uh, I
I don't
mean,
love it. I don't love it. Like, they had an okay backfield. Now, Arizona fans are going to be like, no, it's phenomenal. But it's like you had the best running back in all of football 2 years ago get taken super high by, I'll take this off, super high by a team in the Raiders, um, and didn't really do anything with it. I think the days of an early running back are starting to come to an end. I don't love the Jeremiah Love pick. I don't love it. Um, Now, he could go out there and be the best player in the NFL next year. Who knows? Um, but yeah, not a huge fan of it. I think maybe you get him a little later. Nobody below you really needed. Nobody really. I mean, nobody really needed a back that bad. You got the Giants. Maybe take them, but I think they go. I mean, they went defense heavy. That was kind of their game plan from the get go. I really don't see anybody else who wants a running back until second round. So who knows if you could have got him for cheaper. I
well,
mean, Deadrian Price is the second running back off the board at 32. And
hmm
so the first two running backs off the board are both Notre Dame running backs. You know,
right.
so yeah, it's just something wild to think about.
Well, and you know, the NFL is such a pass heavy
Mhm.
league, and then the implementation of mobile quarterbacks, and you have all these playmakers in the backfield. You you don't really rely on the running back as much as you used to have to. You know,
Mhm.
your
I
quarterback,
mean, yeah, I mean,
can,
look at the Ravens. They
right?
have the most
Yeah.
dominant backfield, and they didn't make the playoffs this year.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. Um, another pick I don't love early
Hmm.
is Ty Simpson to the Rams.
Yeah, I don't know what they're thinking. I really don't. Oh, we got to plan for the future. Yeah, you can plan for the future and pick up a project guy in the third or fourth round. Um,
Yeah,
you don't take your opportunity to win now and throw it away on a future pick. Because I mean that's all he is a future pick. He's got to sit
yeah,
behind Matt Stafford, which okay, good for him. But do you see somebody? Do you see yourself playing bad enough next year in order to get a top 3 pick to try to go after, Jeremiah Smith? Like you're not. What do you? Do? I mean, short of Jeremiah Smith, who's the receivers for next year?
Yeah. Well, and that's kind of my thing is, um, what did they see in Ty Simpson that led them to use an early pick on a quarterback?
I mean, yeah, top
Um,
15 pick. I
yeah,
mean,
right. And
I don't know.
he wasn't that great. I mean,
Hmm.
honestly, like he early on in the season, yes, he was a good quarterback. As the season progressed, though, he progressively got worse. And, it was just kind of one of those things. Now, he turned it around against OU in the playoffs, unfortunately.
Well, he
His
did, but he didn't. I think,
I
oh,
would,
you really let him off the hook.
well, yeah. And also, their defense bailed him out as well.
Hmm.
But, I just feel that is such a wasted pick early for an okay quarterback. Now could he get developed? Absolutely. He has a
Hmm.
chance to sit behind, a Hall of Famer for sure.
Yeah, 100%.
So,
I mean,
maybe,
maybe they're taking the Green Bay approach. You get
yeah,
three franchise quarterbacks back to back to back, but at the same time, across those three franchise quarterbacks, you've got two Super Bowls. So
right,
you know what I
exactly,
mean? It's like,
yeah, and kind of like we've
mm,
talked before. I mean, you want to talk about drafting quarterbacks? Green Bay is the best at drafting quarterbacks. I mean, they've had three in the past 30 years.
yeah.
Um, and I mean, you had Favre, and then you had Rodgers, and now you have Jordan Love, who's not doing terrible.
No,
Um,
he's a player, dude. I mean,
he's good.
he's
He's
good.
good. Um, but I mean, you had Hall of Famer, and then you had Aaron Rodgers, who is going to be a Hall of Famer,
Hmm.
and now it's time for Jordan Love to kind of prove that. Um, but yeah, I just
Excuse me.
maybe that's what they're doing, and like I said, they probably see something that
Hmm.
we do not, and maybe it's just a minor tweak in footwork or arm motion or something. Maybe you know I don't know. We'll see how it plays out. But a lot of this in the first round here, just some first round picks that,
Man, how about Malachi Lemon? I mean, you know what I mean?
yeah,
You get all the trades and stuff like that. I mean,
hmm,
Green Bay obviously was not going to pick him.
right,
They traded back, um, but that was initially a Dallas pick. That was a Dallas
hmm,
pick that they got from Green Bay during this whole um, Mike Parsons stuff.
right,
Well,
right,
Malachi Lemon is on the phone with the Steelers saying, "Hey, we're picking you next. We're picking you next." And then his agent gets a call from the Philadelphia Eagles saying,
yeah,
"We're picking you right now."
yeah,
So it's like, whoa, hold on a minute.
yeah,
It's
right,
just wild. It's just wild. Something else that I thought was kind of interesting, Lorenzo Styles. There we go.
yeah,
Um, Sonny Styles' brother gets
yep,
drafted as well. So this is a big year for brothers in the NFL.
it really is.
You got AJ Terrell's brother getting drafted to the same
Mhm.
team as him. You got Caleb Downs. You got Josh Downs. You got Lorenzo Styles. And you got Sonny Styles. So it's just like there's a big amount of brotherly blood running through the NFL right now, which I think is really cool.
Yeah.
Something else I want to talk about real quick, and just to get your feedback on it, the freaking Jets. I feel like
Oh boy. Hmm. Yeah.
you had the number two pick overall. You go with the defensive end from Texas Tech whenever there's better options on the board. I mean, even ESPN, CBS, all graded below a C. I mean,
Well, yeah.
C minus. I mean, you got Ruben Bain right there. You know,
Well,
you
even if they took even if the Jets took Ty Simpson, that would have made more sense to me.
I mean,
But
yeah, because at least then they're like, okay, you have this is your team you're taking over, blah 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 blah. But yeah, I don't know what they were doing. And then their second pick was a tight end.
yep,
It's a tight end. Like, oh, well, he ran a 4.36. He's a tight end. He's
a
gonna
tight
get
end.
boxed down by a defensive end.
Yeah,
He's an
yeah.
okay blocker, but he's a
Well, and then
end.
they use another pick.
Yeah, their third pick for Omar Cooper Jr.
Yeah,
So
which
you pick, yeah, not a bad pick, but you
not
could
a
have
bad
had
pick.
KC Concepcion. You could have had. You know.
Oh
I
yeah.
mean, let's here. Let me reset this my little table here that I've got pulled up. I'm gonna pull it up by position here. Um. Yeah, you could have had Malachi Lemon. You could have had Carnell Tate. You could have had Jordan. I mean, you could have had KC Concepcion, Omar Cooper. You could have had them both. I mean, let's be
Right.
real. You could have had both of them, and then you got the best young core in football.
Well, and then
You know what I mean?
who's their quarterback?
Oh goodness gracious, my brain just went blank.
Mm-hmm.
Almost said Jamarcus Russell. That's not right.
No,
Gino,
it's Geno.
Gino,
Yeah, Geno Smith.
Gino Smith. Yeah, I want to say it was
Okay,
Gino, but yeah,
so Geno
yeah.
returns to the Meadowlands.
Yeah, Gino returns, but also they got Cade Klubnik, which is surprisingly, I mean, considering how well he played last year, I expected him to go higher, but he gets picked in the third. I think that is their plan. I think they bring in Gino, they teach Klubnik how to play, they teach Klubnik, and then they switch him in. I think that is their play. I think that is the plan. I think that is where they're going with this. Klubnik, for those of you who don't know, was the number two quarterback in the class with Quinn Ewers, and Quinn Ewers was the greatest prospect to come out of high school football ever. One of the only true five stars, 1.0s, 1.00 out there, where a lot of five stars are 0.999, 0.998, 0.997. Quinn Ewers was 1.00. He was classified as the perfect prospect, and Klubnik was duking it out with them year in and year out. Klubnik went Clemson, Quinn Ewers went Ohio State, then transferred. So I mean, like I said, it's just gonna be one thing or another. Another little tidbit information, sort of useless. I think it's cool. Oklahoma had more draftees than Texas did. So eat it.
Yeah, right.
Longhorns fans.
Yeah.
Eat it.
Well, so, but since we're on the Jets here, and we mentioned the Browns earlier, right? The two most notorious organizations in football that just have massive amounts of just organizational
Yeah.
problems, just terrible all the way around on how they manage their teams. Um, I mean, do we trust this draft? Do we trust what they're going to do with all this talent? Or are we just going to continue to see this just bad management? I mean, are we just going to continue to see these organizations and these teams just be bad because they don't know what to do with the players on the field?
Man, I don't know. I want to say no, only because you want teams to succeed, you want the players to succeed, you want people to succeed, but at the same time, you're the Jets. You have fumbled the bag the last basically 5 years in a row straight. And your
Longer than
first
that.
player, well, I'm just saying, but then your first player off the board isn't even the best player at his position, and you have the second overall pick, and really the first overall pick, because there was no way you're getting Fernando Mendoza. Like, he was going number one. So
Right.
it was basically Fernando Mendoza, then, the should have been number one pick, but Fernando Mendoza is just like, is David Bailey a number one pick material? Absolutely not.
No,
Absolutely not. He's not. No, no,
no.
he's not. Ruben Bain, possibly. I think a lot of people messed up not picking him. I think he is going to be a playmaker. I think he's going to be a difference maker. I think he is going to be a problem. Um,
Yeah, I mean,
he was,
he showed up to camp wearing a Warren Sapp jersey. He's feeling
dude.
it.
I'm telling you, it's gonna be nasty. R. Mason Thomas goes to the Chiefs. I think that's a phenomenal pickup. Second round, 40th. Second round, 40th pick. Second round, 40th overall.
Mhm.
I think that is a phenomenal pickup.
Yep. And again, as we
I've.
were kind of discussing before the show,
Mhm.
um, him and Chris Jones are going to absolutely tear offensive lines apart this year.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how it goes. And now they got Mansour Delaney, um,
Yep.
basically replacing what they lost in the trade field. They
Yep.
are going to be a team to watch. Um, it's going to be a very 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 good team.
Yeah.
I think the Chiefs are my sneaky pick to win it all. Um, yeah,
Sne- Sneaky pick? Do they really need to be a sneaky pick? I mean, after the moves that
after the
they made,
last 2 years, yeah. After the last 2 years, yeah.
I
I
think.
mean, they've got the most explosive back in all of football right now.
Uh huh.
Um, they're Patrick Mahomes is coming back. Um, their receiving core, they're all right.
Yeah.
They're all right. But Travis Kelsey's getting old.
Yeah.
Um,
I
you
think
know,
be prepared for this to be the end of Kelsey this year in the NFL.
oh, 100%.
It's you know it's getting to that time. Um, so I'm looking at the third round here. First pick of the third round was Carson Beck to the Cardinals. I mean, after the departure of Kyler Murray, is that a good pickup?
Man, I'm gonna throw the Cardinals in with the Browns and the Jets. They
Yep.
just have problems.
Mm-hmm.
They do. They just have problems.
Yep.
My one team, I mean, Caleb Proctor, yeah, he's. We'll see. We'll see. I'm interested to see how it goes. Um, Caleb Proctor was a very, 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 very good pickup. I think. I think that Carson Beck will be a good pickup. I think that they are going to be run of the mill. I feel like that Jeremiah Love is not going to make that big of a difference. Um, I just,
I mean, I
I just
don't
don't
know.
see it. I
Like,
don't see it.
I mean, more than likely, Carson Beck is going to start game one. He's going to be QB1. I just, who else do you have really? Who else are you going to throw out there? I mean, he's already 26, 27. You know, uh, he doesn't have a lot of football time left. He's not going to be a Hall of Fame football player.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I think he's a solid guy. He's a good quarterback. Um, I just don't think Carson Beck is going to be the guy to kind of revive the Cardinals and get them into the playoffs. I
I
don't
don't
really
either.
see that. You know,
I mean, CBS Sports has it rated as a D. I agree. I think he's. I think at his peak, he's at his absolute best. He's Jared Goff. Um, Big guy, not really mobile. At his
yeah,
worst, he's. I mean,
take your pick, really.
yeah. I mean, I think the best he will ever be is a Jared Goff. I think that's his ceiling. Um, and just kind of go
I
from
mean,
there.
that's fair. That's fair. Um, I just, like I said, this draft was really just
Mm-hmm.
it was all over the place. in my opinion. Some of these picks just really didn't make sense, and then some of them were just like, wow, you know, great pickup for that team. But I don't know, man. But
You know, a team that I do want to talk about, and I feel like they don't get enough love, especially after seeing who they drafted and how they drafted them. I really, really, really like this team.
can I
I
guess
you can.
that the Tennessee Titans?
It is. I like the Tennessee Titans. I like them a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I
Yes.
think that Nick Singleton, is probably the most overlooked back in all of college football because of what happened at Penn State.
Yeah.
Um, I think he is going to come in and make a difference. I think he is going to be a quality pickup. I think Anthony Hill Jr. from Texas is going to be a high level defensive player. Um, they got Keldrick Falk from Auburn,
Mm-hmm.
phenomenal defensive end, and they got Carnell Tate, again, a phenomenal receiver to
Yep.
pair up
Absolutely.
with. To pair up with the speed that you got with Calvin Ridley and everything like that. I mean, I'm interested to see how this goes. They pick up Jared Canick as their last pick, Pat Coogan for their interior offensive line. They got Jackie Marshall, defensive lineman from Baylor. I like it. Nicholas Singleton, Fernando Camara from Arkansas. Again, another interior offensive lineman. Um, Anthony Hill Jr., Keldrick Falk, and Carnell Tate. I really, really like their pickups. I like the way they picked. I see no issue with it whatsoever,
No.
especially with where they were picking, um, what they were able to find and squeeze. I really, really, really like it.
Yeah.
Um,
I do too. Well, and because every pick that they made seemed intentional.
yeah,
You
and
know,
Robert
it
Sala is going to
was
be a problem. I think if he can get
yes.
quarterback play,
Mm-hmm.
solid quarterback play. And yeah, I really think that I think that could be the difference. I think they could be a contender to win their
Oh yeah. Win their conference. I mean,
100%.
they went 3-14 last year. I mean, it's hard to get much worse. So I mean, it's only up from here. I mean, I really do feel like they are going to be a big problem in the AFC South. They are going to
I
be
like them.
super competitive from day one. I mean, don't get it twisted. I really do think from day one, this is going to be a team to watch out for. So that's going to be, you know, uh, really interesting to see and how it all plays out because they made some moves uh, in some trades and some signings, right? If I'm not mistaken, they picked up some guys. Well, and
Yeah.
just with the new, coaching staff coming in general.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's a stacked coaching staff. So, um I'm really really interested to see.
Mm-hmm.
Um, another team kind of like you said would be the Chiefs. I like the Chiefs picks. Um, they picked up some guys where they were lacking. Um, not too crazy about Garrett Nussmeyer.
No,
Um,
dude. I mean, can you imagine being Drew Aller being talked about a top 3 pick last year? You stay in because you want to chase that natty, and then I mean, you just completely just fall. I mean,
yeah,
Nussmeier's the same way, like in the same breath. It almost goes to show you that, okay, the NIL might be worth it to some of these guys. But if you're a top tier, like your name's being thrown around for a top 5 pick, you need to leave. You need to
yeah,
leave.
right.
It needs to happen.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
you're gonna make millions of dollars either way. You might as well be a pro. You know.
well, exactly. That's what I was about to say. I mean, you're going to make millions of dollars. You might as well get in there where it actually counts and where it's going to matter long term,
Mm-hmm.
rather than just staying in college. And I mean, don't get me wrong, college football is great to watch,
Mm-hmm.
but where you're going to make the biggest impact is in the NFL. Where it just means more. I mean, your legacy is in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, don't stay an extra year if you don't have to. I mean,
Yep.
because then look, you take the chance like Nussmeyer. I mean, he got hurt, and
Yeah, I know.
and then he
It's
just
ridiculous.
It just went
You know,
downhill.
another team that I'm not like they were kind of like just in the mix was the
Hmm.
Saints. I think they're tanking for Arch next year. I think I think that's
Yeah.
it. I think Arch comes back to I think Arch Manning comes back to New Orleans to be
The
their quarterback.
the
You know,
resurrection.
the resurrection. Yeah, um, I like their picks. They're kind of, no one's like really over the top. No one's really they're going to make a massive difference just off the rip. Uh, I,
No.
I like their picks. They're not like, oh my gosh, they're phenomenal picks, but I like them. I like them. I like them a lot. Um,
I mean, in my opinion,
mhm.
their fifth round pick at Lorenzo Styles was probably one of their best.
Yeah, uh, yeah.
One of their best. I mean,
I mean, I like it. I don't hate it. I don't hate it.
Jordan
Um,
Tyson, great pick,
mhm,
great pick. But they have a quarterback issue
mhm.
in
Have a
in New
quarterback issue.
Orleans. They have a quarterback issue. So it's just like one of those things where I'm not just too crazy about offensive picks right now for the Saints. You know,
Mhm.
I like more of a defensive heavy pick for them, and they really didn't go that way. So, and maybe they're just trying to find some help offensively, which I understand. But if you don't have a quarterback, it just kind of,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think they're tanking. I think they're tanking because you got to think next year you've got a pretty solid class coming out. You
oh
know,
yeah, for sure, for
I
sure.
mean you've got a pretty solid class. I want to say also look at Grayson Holton. Um,
Mhm.
fourth round
Yeah.
goes to San Francisco. One of the key components to Oklahoma's defensive line this year. Fourth round, not bad. I'm excited to see it. Um, I think it was the Eagles drafted that kid through the International Pathway Program. No football experience. Uwar Bernard gets picked up from Nigeria. 6 foot
Oh yeah.
4, 300 pounds, defensive lineman. We'll see how it goes. It's definitely a story to watch.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I'm definitely okay with a lot of teams picks. I'm like, okay, that's not bad. Not blown away by the Cardinals. Not blown away by the Jets at all. Um, Sonny Styles, I'm excited to see how all that goes because you've got arguably the best running back. I mean, the best linebacker and the best player in this draft, possibly. And Caleb Downs, they're going to see each other multiple times a year,
Yeah.
and they're going to be
For
on
sure.
different sidelines, everything like that. I'm interested to see how it goes. I do think it's funny that the Giants took Arvell Reese instead of Sonny Styles, and now Arvell Reese is going to have to go up against again. It's like they're all teammates. They're going to see each other over and over and over again, just on different sides of the ball this time. So it's gonna be exciting. It's gonna be exciting.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to next season. And it's coming soon. You know, it
Mm-hmm.
won't be too long, and we'll be back in football season. Um,
I
now
still
as
can't
far
believe
as
they took Kenyon Sadiq with the top 20 pick, a tight end with the top 20 pick. It just blows my freaking mind, dude. It's
yeah,
insane. It's absolutely insane. A shout out to Clemson, though. I mean, they had a phenomenal draft class. Um,
they did. Yeah,
I
for
mean,
sure.
a really good draft class. So of all the coaches, of all the teams, offensive coordinators, defensive coordinators, who's your winner? Who's your winner?
The Titans.
Okay.
The
I'm gonna
Titans.
go, I'm gonna go with the. Let me pull it up here. The good old fashioned baby blue and gold, hailing from the West Coast. I like the Chargers, man. I like the Chargers. They got a solid defensive edge and Akeem Mesidor, a solid guy. He's a little bit older, yes, but I'm excited to see how it works. They got Jake Slaughter from Florida. They got Brennan Thompson. I mean,
Not bad. Really not. I mean, not bad. Uh,
no, like I think really good. He ran a 4.26. I mean, you got Brennan Thompson in the fourth round. You're pairing that up with a quarterback who needs a deep field threat. Um,
it's
somebody
just
that
really
just lost.
small though. He's
I
really
mean,
small.
yeah, but look at Tyreek Hill. He's small. He's like 5'5". You know.
I guess
Um,
that's true.
I think they.
I think they have a good one. I'm not gonna lie. I think they have a good one. Um, I just feel like though that the Titans, like I said before, every
No,
pick
I
was
like
in.
the Titans. I like the Titans for where they were. Um,
And like you were saying, with the coaches and everything with the Chargers,
mhm,
I mean, I think the Chargers are going to be good regardless. I mean, they went
mhm,
11-6 last year.
mhm.
Um, I, I mean, I think they're going to be good regardless. But the reason why the Titans were my favorite is because, like I said, every pick felt intentional. And with the
Mhm.
coaching staff that they have coming in, they're bringing in fresh guys. And it is this draft class they have is a massive amount of just raw talent.
Oh yeah, I agree. I agree. Yeah, I want to say I think I think Mike McDaniel we somehow weaseled his way out of Miami's issues and into probably the best offensive coordinator position in the league.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
it's just it's wild. I think that they are going to. It's going to be interesting. I like it. I like it a lot. I really, really, really like it. I like the Chargers. They were already good. I think now that they've got a solid offensive line, they're going to be even better. They got Amari and Hampton coming back. Um, Najee Harris.
Hmm.
They got Lad McConkey. So they've got they got a stud, and now they got some speed. They got the shock and
Yep.
all, dude. It's going to be very, very, very interesting. And now that you've got Justin Herbert being able to absolutely just sling the ball down the field, and if you're not fast, you're not going to be fast enough.
Mm.
Um, with a 4.26, I mean
Yep.
that's insane. But yeah, no, that's again. I think my winner of the draft overall. I really, really, really like what the Titans did. Again, very intentional, very, very to the point. Robert Sala. I hope you guys have a phenomenal year. I'm rooting for you. Um, really, really looking forward to it.
Yeah.
So,
Absolutely.
you know,
Absolutely, man. But I mean, just the AFC in general is going to be good.
mhm.
Um, Looking for some teams in the NFC to make a splash. I think the Giants could make a splash.
Depends
Um,
if they get their quarterback back or not. You know,
yeah. Um, I, you know, look for the look for the Cowboys. They
maybe,
they could
maybe.
be there. They could be there. I don't know. You know, I mean, the Eagles have potential to be great.
Mm-hmm.
Um, they got a lot of good guys coming in, which they were a solid team anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Washington could be decent. So, uh, you know, I'm really looking forward to next season. Really, really looking forward to it.
Oh yeah, 100%, 100%. So let me ask you this: how
Mm.
are we feeling about Baker's team right now? How are we feeling about the old Buccaneers?
You know, it's it's such a fickle topic to talk about the Tampa Bay Buccaneers
Mm-hmm.
because historically they're not that great of a franchise. But with this most recent draft,
I like Ted
I'm
Hurst.
I'm really really liking it. I think they have a chance to be uh, competitive in an actual football sense, not just an NFC South sense. Okay, being competitive in the NFC South is not. I mean, it's the worst
I mean, it's
division.
not.
It it's
Yeah, Yeah,
It's bad.
but I really like I like what they did. They got Demonte Carpart from Clemson. Um,
Yeah,
Keontae Smith from Miami. He's a little bit older, but again, I think he's gonna be a pickup. I like Ted Hurst. He's a smaller, a less known fella, but he's 6'4", runs 4.2. I mean, almost
yeah,
it just copy and paste Mike Evans. Now, can they get Mike Evans numbers out of him? I doubt it. Um, but yeah, Ruben Bain with their first pick was sensational. I
huge.
think he's going to be.
Yeah,
I think yeah, dude,
that set a that set a tone for sure.
yes, yes, very much so.
And I mean, let's look at. I mean, Carolina. Not really much to talk about with Carolina. Um,
Nothing to really ride home. Man, I'm just saying. I don't know how it's gonna go, but I really like the fact that Caleb Downs is gonna be in a defense now that's needed him. I'm glad that it didn't go somewhere where it's like he's just gonna be a part of the puzzle. Caleb Downs is gonna be a phenomenal. I think he's gonna be, in my opinion, he's just the best player in the draft. You know,
yeah,
if Fernando Mendoza doesn't come out of nowhere and take Indiana to the highest of highs, I think Caleb Downs is top 3 pick.
for sure.
So yeah, 100%. Really like it. Really, really, really like it. Um, quick topic. Undrafted free agents.
Yes,
Diego Pavia.
yes,
How are you feeling about that?
man. It kind of resembles a little bit, even though he wasn't drafted number one overall. It has that Johnny Manziel feel to it. Um,
I agree with that.
he's very loud. He's kind of obnoxious, and I feel like maybe he's kind of had to be that way because he's a smaller quarterback. Um, but for a Heisman finalist to go undrafted really should have woken him up a little bit and humbled him some, but I don't think it did. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I For the Ravens, I don't like it for the Ravens. Um, I think he was a good college quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
You know, um,
Well,
I
the Ravens
just
also picked up Joe Fagano. So
yeah, I don't know. I don't think
yeah.
Pavia is going to make the splash. I think he's going to like what he thinks he's going to do. I mean, he's so small. He's going to have
Mm-hmm.
real big time issues
Mm-hmm.
seeing over the line, reading the defenses like he should
Mm-hmm.
be. He's just going to have issues. I don't see him really ever starting
Oh no,
unless
I don't know. I think he's a sneaky. I think he's a sneaky job stealer.
you think.
I think so. I think he's a sneaky job stealer. I think he's going to be just good enough at just the right times that he's going to take somebody's job. Now, will it be Lamar Jackson? Probably not, but he's
I
going
was
to take
about to say
somebody's job.
I don't
Yeah,
think it's going to be Lamar Jackson. If he goes anywhere to take anybody's job, put him in New Orleans.
yeah, right. Also, let's go back to the Oklahoma boys. Jaden Ott to the Chiefs. Our $1 million man, spend $1 million on him to get him out of the portal, and he takes like a dozen snaps for Oklahoma, but
That's,
absolutely shines at the Senior Bowl. You know, I
well,
don't
yeah,
know what what I mean. I don't know what it was. I don't know. I don't know, but I know if Oklahoma doesn't have a run game next year, I think the entire state of Oklahoma owes Jaden on an apology. Uh, so yeah, that's what I got to say about that.
yeah, no, for sure. I I don't love it. I don't hate it, just simply because I didn't get to watch much of
You
him.
didn't get to watch him play at Oklahoma for 2 years, basically.
Yeah, so
So
I'm not super crazy about it. Um, but yeah, I mean, I think the Chiefs, like you said, are going to be great. Um, it's just time's gonna tell. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but I know you had some too earlys for me in the who's gonna
Yeah,
win,
yeah,
who's gonna
yeah.
lose.
Yeah, another thing, Marvin Jones Jr. got picked up by the Seahawks. I'm just going through some of these free agents real quick. While we're on the subject, um, yeah, man, I mean, really, I think this is a really good year for free agents. I mean, people are going to get some dogs for cheap.
I think so too. Um, I really do think it's going to be such an interesting year. New faces, new places, some old faces returning.
Mm-hmm.
Um, there's some teams that I think are going to be competitive.
Mm-hmm.
I but I don't like. Obviously, I think the Titans are going to be competitive from day one.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think though that the Raiders are going to be.
I get that.
And just
I get
like
that.
everyone is going to put so much expectation on Fernando Mendoza, and I really wish they wouldn't
Yeah.
because he's one
Well,
year
I
removed.
think also Victor Mendoza. If I keep saying Victor, Fernando Mendoza has one thing that no one else has ever had, um, and that's Tom Brady teaching you how to play the game the Tom Brady way in a team that Tom Brady owns
Hmm.
in a sport that Tom Brady runs.
Right.
You're going to have the greatest to ever do it. And until Patrick Mahomes wins a few more Super Bowls and is able to do some, until they're able to do that, um, it is still going to be Tom Brady as the greatest because Tom Brady played in a more physical time. You can make the argument however you want to. There is no question that the
No
NFL has
question
gotten
at all.
softer.
Yeah.
Tom Brady's the greatest to ever do it. It's just as simple. Then after that, it's Joe Montana, and then the field gets stacked.
Yep.
In my opinion, I want to say them bringing in Kirk Cousins on that multi-year deal is going to be phenomenal because you're going to have the opportunity for it's going to be one of two things. One, they're going to mentor Mendoza, let him sit until he's ready, or they're going to throw him in there, throw him to the Lions Den, let him get beat up, throw in Cousins, monitor the game, manage the game, teach Mendoza. Then next week, then on to the next week, then on to the next week. I think that's where they're going to have it set up. I'm very excited to see what happens because they do have arguably the most electric running back in Ashton Genty that's come out of college football since Barry Sanders. Let's be honest.
Oh yeah.
Um, you know, Carried a Boise State team to the playoffs, should have won Heisman, did win Player of the Year. Make that make sense.
Yeah.
Travis Hunter. I mean, really make that make sense.
I mean, yeah.
Um,
No, not
yeah, your
disagreeing with
team.
you there.
Yeah, the Colorado Buffaloes don't even make it to the freaking playoffs once. Have an overall losing record. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm just not impressed with that. I'm still sour about that. I think Ashton Genty should have won it all. But yeah, so besides the point. Yeah, let's talk about next year. Let's talk. Your who do you think's going to win and lose in their conference? I'm not gonna make you pick Super Bowl. Excuse me. I'm not gonna make you pick Super Bowl. I'm not gonna make you do any of that other fun stuff. Let's just talk. Let's talk individual conferences. Let's start with the AFC East. Um, Two of these teams really good. Two of these teams really bad. You got the Patriots, Bills, Dolphins, and Jets.
Yeah. I think the Bills win it. Jets are going to be bottom. I mean, I feel like that's pretty
Okay.
straightforward and
I mean,
simple.
I agree with you. I think the Patriots are probably gonna make another push. Although with their coaching drama right now, I don't know how that's gonna go. Um, I
Yeah.
like, yeah, I like the Bills. I like the Bills to win it. The Bills got a receiver. They got some solid picks in the draft. It's just, excuse me, I'm interested to see how all that works out. But yeah, I've got the Bills number one, Patriots two, Dolphins three, Jets four. Let's
Yeah.
go AFC North. You got Steelers, Ravens, Bengals, Browns.
Um, I like the Ravens to win it. I think the Browns are going to finish last. I think if the Bengals can figure out their blocking situation, they're going to be making a run for it. I think they're going to
Yep.
finish second, Pittsburgh third. Um,
You think
I
Pittsburgh's going to fall 3?
yeah.
What
Well,
if Aaron
just
Rodgers comes back?
well, see, that's the thing is I don't know. I don't know who the quarterback's going to be.
Yeah.
So I mean, tentatively third. If Rodgers comes back, maybe
Yeah.
second. But I mean, even still with Rodgers last year, they didn't do great. So, but yeah, I think Baltimore takes it for sure.
Okay. Yeah, the point differential for the Patriots was 170. The point differential for the Ravens was 26, and they both lead their individual conferences. So massive difference in ball play there.
Yeah, for sure.
Going on to the AFC South, what I call the potential division. You get the Jags, Texans, Colts, and Titans.
Yeah. I'm gonna pick the Texans
Okay.
to win. Um, I think the Jags finish last,
You're saying they
and
go from first to worst? Okay.
I'm saying they go from first to worst. I don't trust this team. There's something about this team that it doesn't. Something's not right with them.
Okay.
I don't trust them. I think Tennessee finishes third, maybe second, because the Colts have quite the quarterback issue right now as well.
They
Um,
spent $100 million. I think they got it fixed, but you know,
yeah, but he's injured. He's hurt. So
I,
I
hey
mean,
man,
if he's back, if he's back, the Colts could finish second. I still think the Texans are going to kind of run away with it. They had the best defense, one of the best defenses in football last year.
mm-hmm.
Um, I like the Texans to win, but I think the Jags overall are going to be bottom of the barrel in the AFC
Yeah,
South.
I like it. I like it. Yeah. I think the Colts are still doing with the Andrew Luck curse. You don't treat your quarterback right. Now you can't find one to stay healthy.
Yeah,
You get all the potential in the world on the sidelines, but a lot of good it does you on the sidelines.
right.
Um, I think Jags stay. I think the Jags stay up front. I think the Texans make a push. I think the Colts are actually going to be the worst team. I think Robert Saleh is going to turn this team around. They go from I'm going to say they go from a 3-14 to a 9-18. I think the Colts fall or stay at 8-9. Kind of the same. I don't trust them. I think the Jags though. I think the Jags got to take second playoff pushes here. I like them a lot. So next up, arguably the most competitive option out here: the Broncos, the Chargers, the Chiefs, the Raiders, and the NFC. I'm sorry, the AFC West.
Yeah. I wouldn't say arguably. I would say this is the most competitive division in the NFL for
You
sure.
think we're? I think the NFC North's got it beat, man. I mean, everybody in the NFC North finished with a winning record last year. You know what I mean? The Bears, the Packers, the Vikings, the Lions.
I mean,
They're good.
comparatively, they're good. Um, Man, I really like Denver to win it, just
Mm-hmm.
because Mahomes is probably going to be out for a few weeks to start the season. Still recovering from ACL. Um, I like Denver. I I don't think the Raiders are going to do anything this year at all. But I got the Chargers finished in second and the Chiefs in third, just
Okay.
because just because I'm not sure about Mahomes.
Yeah.
Now that could change. Obviously, this is too early. Um, but I Denver was a broken ankle away from the Super Bowl. I mean, I'm
Yeah.
just being honest.
If Bo
So
Nix doesn't get hurt, they win it all.
yeah,
No question.
yeah,
I think I like the Chiefs. I think the Chiefs are going to make. I think they're going to flip the record around. They're going to go from 6-11 to 11-6. I think the Chargers though are going to be the team to take the win. I think it's going to go Chargers, Chiefs, um, Broncos, Raiders. I think the Raiders and Broncos are going to trade um, first to worst and worst to sorry. I think the Broncos are going to take the place of the Raiders and go from best to worst, and the Raiders are going to slip up to third in their conference and go from there. I think the Raiders have what it takes. I think they're going to have a good young crew. I think they picked up some phenomenal guys in the offseason, and Max Crosby's coming back. I'm very, very, very excited to see the chip on his shoulder going moving forward. But yeah,
I like
yeah,
it. I
I
like it.
think the Chargers won, Chiefs 2, Raiders 3, Broncos 4.
I like it.
Now for the team of the Red, White, and Blues and brotherly love. You got the Eagles, Cowboys, Commanders, and Giants in the NFC East.
I like the Eagles to win it. They're the best team in this conference, or not in the conference, but in the division or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
The Eagles. I think the Cowboys will finish second. Um, maybe. Actually, I don't know. Hold on, because Washington and their draft class this year looked really strong. I
Jaden
think,
Daniels looked really good.
yeah. So give me the Eagles, and then give me Washington, and then
Ooh.
and then give me Dallas, and then give me New York.
I'm gonna flip Washington and Dallas with you. I'm gonna say Eagles, Cowboys, Commanders, Giants. Same way they finished this year. Seems like that's the perpetual way they finish, anyways. With the Dallas Cowboys and the Eagles flip flopping. Sorry, Giants fans, you guys haven't been relevant since the Manning days, and that's been a long time ago.
Yeah.
So with that being said, I want Scat and Dart to come in. I want them to make a splash. I think Harbaugh is a good pickup for this team. I think they're going to make a turnaround. I think they go 6-11, but I think everybody else is just gonna. I think 6-11 is their ceiling. All right, now for the NFC North: Bears, Packers, Vikings, Lions. The only one of the only conferences that makes sense geographically.
Um, give me the Bears. Give me the Bears
Give me
because
Iyadawa.
I mean, they surprised me last year. Honestly, I
Mm-hmm.
feel like Caleb Williams just kind of came out of nowhere. Um, and really kind of lived up to the expectation a little bit. Give me the Bears. I like the Lions finishing second. Packers third. Vikings. I just don't know about the Vikings right now. They have a quarterback problem too. So
They do. They do.
I know I don't like the Vikings. But give me the Bears, and I think the Bears make another playoff push this year for sure.
Okay. Yeah, I think Packers, Lions, Bears, Vikings. I think the Bears kind of fall off a little bit. I think the Lions rebound. I think they can smell the blood in the water. This is going to be their last chance. They got rid of David Montgomery. I think they're a good spot. I think they're in a good place. Um, I like it. I don't hate any of their. I don't hate any. I don't hate any of that. I really, really, really don't. Speaking of the Lions, I'm gonna look at their draft real quick. I feel like they picked up a running back, didn't they? Or am I crazy? I'm crazy. Okay.
You
Yeah, I'm
said it. I
crazy.
didn't.
Yeah, I couldn't remember. All right, so now NFC South: Panthers, Buccaneers, Falcons, Saints. I got a sneaky one for you here. So I'll see how you answer, and I'll go from there.
Okay. Um, I like the Bucks. I think it's going to come down between the two usual. I think it's going to come down between Carolina and Tampa Bay. I like Tampa Bay to take it this year. Um, I think Carolina finishes second. I like the Falcons in third, and the Saints same hole in last. There's there's not really much good I can say about New Orleans right now.
I think New
There's
Orleans purposely tanks and they tank for Arch. I think they're shooting for that number one overall pick. That's what I
mhm.
think. But of the other three, I've got it. Surprise, surprise. I've got it Falcons number one.
You know, I could see it. Michael Penix.
I could see. Yeah, I think the Falcons pull ahead. I think they're number one. Buccaneers two, Panthers three. I think this year though, I think the NFC South, shy of the Saints, is going to be more NFC North. I think we're going to see some good football out of the NFC South. I really, really, really do. I like
I
them a
hope
lot.
so. I hope so.
And then finally, the home of Super Bowl champion Seattle Seahawks, the NFC West to round it off and finish it off here. We got the Seahawks, Rams, 49ers, and Cardinals. Where you got?
I got the Rams. I think the Rams are just they're super solid, super competitive. Um, veteran guy at QB,
Mm-hmm.
one of the best to ever do it.
And they got Ty
I
Simpson.
and and I got Ty Simpson for moral support. So um
We're going to say that, and freaking Matt Stafford's going to pull on Aaron Rodgers and bust his Achilles on the third play of the drive.
right. Um you know, I like LA. I think the 49ers turn it around this year a little bit. I think they
Mm-hmm.
finished second. I don't see Seattle repeating at all. I got them
No.
finishing third.
I mean, they lost their best player.
Yeah, I just don't see it happening. And then Arizona finishes where they usually finish in last. So, um, yeah, I feel pretty solid about that one.
I like the 49ers winning it all. I think they picked up some good pieces. I think their weakest avenues they shored up. I got the 49ers, Rams, Seahawks, Cardinals in that order. I think, and I think that's how it's going to round off. And I said I wasn't going to do this. Who's your pick? Who's your pick to win it all? Way too early. We are 9 months away. Who you got? Who you got winning it all? Who's your May 10th, 2026 at 8:39 p.m. pick to win the 2027 Super Bowl? 2026, 2027 Super Bowl.
Mm.
Calling now. Calling it right now.
Give me the Denver Broncos.
The Denver Broncos. Oh my gosh.
Give me the Denver
Oh my.
Broncos.
Give me Iguodala. Not good. I think I like. Yeah, I like the Bills, man. Give me the Bills to win it all. I think
you
this is
know,
the year. I think it's either going to be the Bills or the freaking Chiefs come out of nowhere and just dominate everybody, and it's you know business as usual. And
yeah,
then I
but
think that I think Kelsey retires, Andy retires, and
they I think last year was the best shot for the Bills to prove that they could get there, and they just didn't.
mm-hmm.
They just lost again. So I'm losing a little bit of confidence and faith in Buffalo. Um,
Well, they
I
fired the coach. They got a new one in.
I don't
They
think
got.
that was I don't think that was the problem.
I think it was. I
I
think
don't
it
know.
was.
I don't know that firing Sean McDermott was the issue. Um, we'll see though. We'll see how that plays out.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Like
Yep.
I'm kind of wondering if you know, Buffalo just has a case of the yips when it comes to the playoffs.
Man, they lost. I don't know, man.
I just saying.
I
I
mean,
don't know.
they should have been Super Bowl champions by now, way back in the day, and they didn't have it. So,
Yeah,
I mean, it just is what it is. It just is what it is.
is what it is.
If you're a
But
Buffalo fan and you got to live through those back then and these now, you got to be like, oh my gosh, are we cursed? And the answer to that is absolutely you are. But this year,
absolutely,
Josh Allen, the Wyoming Cowboy, he gonna get it done.
we'll see.
Put
We'll
it
see.
down. Papa CB calling it at 8:40 on 5/10/26.
We'll see
9
how it
months from
plays
now.
out. We'll see. We'll see. I
You
just
know
I
what? We
think
need to do, me and you need to do a mock draft. Or not a mock draft. We need to do a fantasy. Fantasy.
we can do that. We can do that.
We have some modified rules though. You know, you can't start one person 2 weeks in a row, so on and so forth. You know, or maybe 3
Yeah,
weeks in a row. It'll just
we'll
be the
get it.
two of us. We can throw some other guys in there too if we wanted to, but you know, just
Yeah,
throw some bullshit rules out there, have some fun, make it interesting. Talk about it on the podcast. Be like, oh,
yeah.
I whooped your ass this week, or oh shit, you kicked the shit out of me. You know?
We'll keep it
Yeah.
interesting for sure.
Yeah.
Lots,
Yeah, I like it.
lots,
I like it.
lots of big things still coming. As soon as college football 27 drops.
I'll whoop you on
Stay,
that, yeah.
stay. Yeah, probably. Stay because you cheat, and you have
Oh,
no respect.
oh yeah, yeah. Well, you know, the hit sticks in the game for a reason. All right, just because your guys can't hold on the ball, that's a you problem, not a me problem. You
It's
problem.
every time. The Listen, for those of you who are listening, he dis- he's joking for a reason. He disrespects me all the time. But um as soon as college football 27 drops, we may start a has been hangout dynasty league for all those who are interested and want to join.
Mm-hmm.
Um y'all have more fun playing with Colton than me. I'm not that good, but
Yeah, he sucks.
um but it's a fun time. We always have a good time. That's actually how this podcast got started, was over a game of college football. So but but stay tuned, lots of big things coming. And for those of you who have been patiently waiting for the answer to the situation of the week from the Has Been Hangouts baseball breakdown, here's the answer to that now.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Thank you for joining me here for the Has Been Hangouts Baseball Breakdown. I'm Trucker Lee. Let's get into what was the second situation of the week, and I appreciate all those who participated in that. So we had the bases loaded, 1 out. We're up by 1 in the last inning. Now we had a ground ball hit to the throw side of shortstop. So that means he's going to have to take a few steps, and he's going to have to make a backhanded play. So I want to know what he was doing. Now, you can go many different ways in this. And there was one comment on TikTok that I really want to highlight. Okay, because that was the best answer that I've seen out of any of that. Now, you could go to third. If you feel this clean, you can get it off quick, you can go third. He could turn and go to second for the double play, or he just gets the out at first. We sacrifice a run. So, well, I mean, if he goes to third, we'd sacrifice a run anyway. But there was a few answers on there that were good. Really what I'm looking for. I mean, like I said, there's so many ways that you could go. And I originally said there's 2 right answers I'm looking for. I wasn't really thinking about just going to third, but you know, that's why we put it out there. And I said, give me your best answer, you know, and I did. I got the answers that I wanted, and I appreciate that. But here is the answer that I like the most. And the reason why is because it's detailed, it's correct, and he's a coach. So he knows what he's talking about. And so thank you, Coach, for commenting. Really appreciate it. But this was the second situation of the week, and I will be a little bit more detailed on the next one, kind of give you guys some more stuff to think about, a little more detailed. That might be a little bit different rather than a fielding situation next week. You know, we may do like some pitching situation, some hitting situation, but more to come on that. So appreciate all y'all joining me for the situation of the week.
All right, hope y'all enjoyed the has been Hangout's situation of the week. More to come still. I said there was 2 right answers. I mean, there's a lot of ways you could go in that situation. I appreciate, and again, I appreciate all those who who um, who commented, who shared, who liked, who put it out there and really helped get the podcast out there. We appreciate all you guys for showing the love and participating in the situation of the week. But with that, that'll be it for tonight. And like I said, lots of big things coming. Stay tuned for more situation of the week. More things going to evolve with this show. A lot
Mm-hmm.
of things, a lot of big things coming. So we're super excited to bring it to you. But if nothing else, you got anything else, Colt?
Man, I'm good. I'm good.
Alrighty. Well, follow us TikTok, Instagram, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and we'll see y'all at the hangout. Bye, guys.
See you.